Morning, gang. It's about 6:45 here in Arizona. I found out today, I don't know how I didn't realize this before, but Arizona does not observe daylight savings time. And so it just is Mountain Standard Time all year round. During the summertime, I think it aligns with California Pacific Time. And during the wintertime, it aligns with Colorado Mountain Standard Time. So that's a little wild. That'll take some getting used to for sure. But the sun is starting to come up sort of behind me there to the side of me. And I've been up for an hour already searching job sites and pounding the digital pavement. And I'm ready for a little break of that. So I'm going on a hike and doing about 4.5 mile hike up in Moderna Canyon, which is in the Wright Field. I'll have to put that on the screen. Wilderness area. It's a mountain. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning. It's about 50 degrees out. I've got the top down and some layers on, and I'm gonna go drive down to the mountain and take a nice little 2 or 3 hour hike this morning. That mountain's where we're going today. I'm about 50 minutes into my hike. This trail is really intense and I'm really out of shape. It's been relentless climbing, which I expected. I'm on a mountain, but I'm hanging in there, but I'm definitely going slow. Already, I've made it about 2.2 miles in about an hour and 20 minutes. So that should tell you something about my pace. Pretty intense for me. And I've decided to go ahead and call it here. It's another 2 miles at least, maybe 2.3 miles to the top. The elevation at the top is over 9,400 feet. The elevation at the parking lot is about 5,500 where I started. And I was just talking to a gentleman named Brian, who I've seen a couple times as I take breaks on the trail. And he told me that we've gained 1,750 feet since the parking lot. So I feel like that's respectable. I've got plenty of food, but I've used up about half of the water that I brought with me. And I'm only half the way to the top, and then I'd have to turn around and come back down, which is easier, but it's going to get hotter and hotter as the sun comes up. And so I'm going to play it safe, and I feel accomplished at this time. It's not the goal of making it to the top. I don't get the grand view that I was hoping for, but that's okay. It's baby steps for me because I'm legit out of shape, and on the heavier side, I've put on a little bit of weight in the last few months from where I normally am. I struggled today a little bit, but not going to beat myself up. I feel accomplished. I feel good. I'm at a nice clearing here. There's a plaque that I showed you earlier, and Brian was telling me that the Boy Scout troop back in maybe the 50s came up here on a hike in like November, and there was a sort of unexpected freak snowstorm. Some of the troop turned back, and then a couple of the guys kept going, and those that kept going did not make it, sadly. So this terrain is no joke. It's not a snowstorm, thankfully, but I do respect it, and I also respect what my body's telling me, which is, you know, you've done your work for the day. So I'm gonna enjoy my sandwich and my avocado and a few of these mixed nuts and sit up here for a little while and then head back down. All right, another morning hike. I just made it to the top of Bobcat Ridge in Tucson Mountain Park. It's a great hike through lots of cactus, saguaro, and other types that I don't know the names of. You kind of got to watch where you're swinging your hands so you don't get poked. But it was a fairly strenuous mile and a fifth, I think, to get up here. So not terribly far, but fairly steep. I parked down right about there in the parking lot at the trailhead, and I think I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go down. If I go the long way, it's gonna go along the ridge line. It'll be 3.7 miles round, and if I go back, it'll be a total of like 2.4 miles. So I'm tempted to do the short way for the sake of time, but it was very pleasant. Now, some of you might remember from my Epic Moto Adventure series that at one point I got a flat tire on my motorcycle, and there was a gentleman on another motorcycle who stopped to help me. His name is Paul. Now, Paul and I have kept up since then, and he lives locally here, and I'm actually on my way to go have lunch with him. So looking forward to seeing my friend again and catching up. So I'll see you guys in a few. The man, the myth, the legend, Paul, on his sweet Versus 1000. What's up, Paul?
Yeah, welcome to Arizona.
Good to be here. Nice to see you again. Say hello to the YouTubes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hi, YouTube.
You got your Versus 1000?
Yeah, we got the 1,000 today.
Very nice. Well, I hope you're hungry. I am.
I am.
All right, what's up, guys? So the other day when I was on one of my hikes, I met this guy on the trail named Sam, and we chatted for a while and swapped info, and he seemed like a cool guy. So I'm meeting up with him here shortly, and we're gonna go hike somewhere and explore some places and see what we see. All right, what's up, y'all? This is my new friend Sam. Say hi to YouTube.
Howdy, YouTube.
We are out here at, what is this, Elephant Head Road?
This is off of Elephant Head Road going toward Mount Hopkins Observatory.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little exploring out here and check out, I think, a water source down the hill and just kind of see what's out here and check it out. So see you guys later. That is nice. Nothing like finding water in the desert. What was that?
Look at that. Wow. That's probably as far as we're going.
I'm going a few more feet. That's a solid 30 feet, I'd say.
Yeah.
At least. Alrighty, back in the car, wrapped up our little hike and adventure with Sam. Had a great time getting to know him and driving out to the place with him, chatting and hearing about his life and sharing some about my life. Just general human connection is always good and fun. And now I am hot and I'm headed home to sit in the cool shelter for a while and recover. Yesterday I had an interview with the town of Sahuarita, and that went well. I felt really good about it, and they called me back for a second interview today, so that'll be this afternoon, and I'm very much looking forward to that. The first interview is a little more formal and like a 4-person panel. This one's going to be a little bit more casual, and I expect that I'll get to kind of go walk around with the boss down into the office areas that I'll hopefully be working in and meet some people that might be my future coworkers. So it's shaping up to be a really good day. This is cool. This is, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a T-38 fighter trainer. It looks like it to me. I see a lot of these flying around Richmond. Okay, actually I stand corrected. It's the F5, which is very similar, but the T-38 doesn't carry arms. The F5 is armed. There might be some other differences I'm not sure of. This is one of the most beautiful airplanes they ever built, the Constellation. The shape is just amazing. It doesn't quite do it justice seeing it on the ground, but when it's flying and the gear's up, it's gorgeous. Alrighty, I'm headed out. That was a very enjoyable museum experience and boneyard, if you will. Actually, I think there's something else around here that's actually called the boneyard, and it's different, but somebody was just waving in front of me. They thought they were on camera, but they didn't know it was turned backwards. Anyway, so that was a really cool museum. I would say it's $22, $23 well spent, at least for me. And now I'm going to head back to the hotel, probably hang out inside for a while in the nice air-conditioned space until my second interview at 2:30. So I'll see you guys later.